Peace, everybody. Ye are gods. It is time to act like it. I love some good old jazz, man. Might need my host for that. No, did it go out? Yeah. Might not be able to light my Santo stick. Peace, everybody. Peace, peace. Rise, everybody. Shalom. This is just some good old jazz. Love some good old jazz. Today we're going to talk about ye are gods. It is time to act like it. Hopefully you guys understand that, where I'm coming from with that. I don't mean some mythological God having all power to the heavens and stands in judgment of us all when we die. I don't mean the God that you grew up learning about. But ye are gods. Maybe even in a more profound way than you've came to realize. Ye are gods. You are the creator of your reality. It is time to start acting like it. It's time to stop projecting onto everyone else that they are the creators of your reality somehow. But it is you who manipulates your daily reality. It's you who manipulates your thoughts, what you believe in. It is you that's holding on to every pain, every anger. It's you who is the holder of your dreams and the manifester of them. It is you who is praying, and it is you who is listening to that prayer. One day, family, you will realize it. Having so many lighter problems today. What? I'll come back to that if I get a lighter. How many of you know that ye are gods and you are the manifesto of your own reality? How many of you know that? So listen, I said this today. This is what I said this rise on my early morning, on my early rise post, okay? It says, beautiful souls, rise. Rise this day knowing that ye are the answer to your prayers. All you could ever ask for is stored up inside of you. The way you access it is prayer, and prayer is action. If you are praying for health, diet and exercise is your prayer. If you want a business, prayer is filling out your paperwork, writing a business plan, and executing that plan. This is why faith without works is dead. You must plant the seed in order to get the harvest. The universe is not manipulated by words. It all comes in due time. When you do it, then it will be time. Until then, it will remain a desire, a dream. May you all manifest your heart's desire. Dua. Hey, babe. I almost couldn't see with the screen in front of my face.
I'm just laying all
Oh. Yes, love. We got some rainy weather. My daughter just come through the door. She's safe and sound, so that's exciting. I wanted to make sure she was okay. I'm praying for a house for me as my children. I do know that I had to relearn to learn. No, since been asleep at this age in life. It is used to remove negative energy. A Santo stick, yes, it is. Sage is also good for that. Sage is one of the most powerful negative energy removers out there. I'm just looking at your comments. Elijah Coney says, great topic. I know this is going to be interesting, bro. Indeed. Family, this is a fact. And I know it's like, I know that it's hard to understand it and hard to grasp it, but ye are the creator of your own world. Like, what are your desires, family? How many of you guys believe in a God outside of yourself? Let's do that. How many of you guys believe in a God outside of you? Okay. How many of you guys believe that you are God and God dwells within you? Therefore, you are the vessel of God, creating that which you focus your mind's eye on and your energy towards. If you believe in a God outside of myself, say, I believe in a God outside of myself. That way I have an understanding of what you're saying. If you believe in a God outside of yourself, I do not mean to offend you in any way, but this may rub up against you. My thinking is different than that. I used to think that way, but my thinking is different than that. But many of you guys probably already know who I am, and you come for the build anyway. Still get something out of it, and I think that's dope. People who don't even share my belief or lack thereof can still come and be empowered and be inspired. I think that's beautiful. I'm doing this live today because I know that there's so many of you guys who do not want the life that you're living in, but you're constantly creating. To you, it's happening to you. But I want you to know, family, it is you that is happening. Many of you have desires and dreams that you have yet to grasp, have yet to accomplish, and you're wondering why not me? Why is it other people getting blessed? Why do they have what they want? Why don't I have what I want? I believe that my God is within me. God is good, and good is within me. Indeed, Elijah. Do you guys believe there's power in your words? Do you believe there's power in your words, in the way that you speak? Do you believe words themselves have power? Or do you believe there's power in your words when you believe them, when you utter them, that there's power in your words? when you believe. Words have power when you believe. Be careful for this tiny bit, this tiny tongue can control your whole entire life, just like that bit, that tiny bit can control a big, powerful horse, right? That big, powerful horse has a small bit inside of its mouth. And with that bit, it can be controlled, just like that tongue in your mouth. How many of you guys are saying, I'm not looking for anything serious when it comes to dating? How many of you guys have been used to saying that, dating people who say that, well, I ain't looking for nothing serious, right? Not looking for anything serious. Why would you ever not be looking for anything serious? I just want to date. I just want to, not be serious, right? How many of you guys have ever said this before, right? I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm not ready yet. I'm not looking to settle down. I'm not looking for my special person. I'm not looking to be special for anybody else. I'm not looking for anything serious. How many of you ever said that? What you're saying is I'm not looking for anybody to take me serious, right? To treat me like I'm a serious person. The serious things in life I'm not ready for. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to play around. I'm looking to waste my time. I'm not looking to fulfill or build anything here. I'm looking actually to use you for you're going to be the person who has to pay for it ultimately, right? It'll be at your expense, but I'm not looking for anything serious, right? I'm not looking for it. You should always be looking for something serious, family. If you want to be taken seriously, right? Can I have a lighter? Thank you. You are the world you create, family. I said that when I myself was being selfish. Look at there, see? Because that's mainly what you're saying. You're saying I'm not looking for anything serious because I don't want to be serious, right? I mean, if you want to be serious, I'm not the one, right? There we go. I love it. They smell so good. That's right there. No, this is my table floating on water. That's this camera. It follows me wherever I go. At least it's supposed to. See that? It's supposed to follow me wherever I go. See, it's trying to keep up with my I get out of the camera too much. It's just following me. We're about to get going, family. Get this jazz up. And the reason I'm doing this again, I want you guys to understand that you are the creator of your reality. And whatever it is that you want, you can have. You just got to be willing to go do it, to manifest it. So when you say you desire something, I want you to understand there are power in your words, but that power is when discussing and communicating with other gods, other physical beings, other physical gods. The universe doesn't work on words. Does that make sense? The universe doesn't work on words. So when you say, I want something, okay, that doesn't mean that you're going to bring it anywhere near you because you're just talking. Someone says, you out of your mind. Ain't nobody on this planet a God. Every man, woman, and child, Kenneth, is a God. Now, Kenneth, I'm not talking about the mythological gods that we hear about, that we've been taught about. This is what I mean by God, okay? A person who has a being, forget these names, a being who has the power to ruin your life, to make your life greater, to end your life, to give you life, okay? To bless you, to curse you, and every being around you, human, that we call humans, they can ruin your life. They can make your life better. They could destroy you. They could murder you. And they have the ability to give life. And every single day, we're hoping that any of these gods don't take it upon themselves to end our lives, right? So look at the world and the condition that it's in. Every blessing that you know of comes from beings, man, what you call. All the curses, the pain, the chaos, it comes from man. So the person that's in your life is a God. Whether or not you want to give them credit for that or not, they could take your life in your sleep. They could leave you, do you dirty, cheat on you, take you for all your money. And if they're not doing that, you have a good God in your life. Do you understand? It's easy to say nobody's a God till somebody is in front of you with a gun to your head and they can end your existence. We all have the propensity to do good or evil or anything that we choose. The world should be grateful whenever we choose to do good, right? Because there's so many other gods who choose to do evil. There's nothing stopping a God. A God is limitless in their choices. So they can wake up and choose who they want to be any day of the week, and they have not chosen yet to go around destroying people. You got to be grateful for that. So ye are gods, believe it or not. So if you have a God in your life, you should be grateful for that God that is not putting you through the ringer like all these other gods are doing, right? So you look on TV or you look online and you see someone that's ended somebody's life, right? Divorced them, taking all their money, cheated on them, right? Used them, lied to them, did them in the worst way. And your partner, the person that you love, is not doing that to you. You got to be grateful that God is not choosing to do that, because being moral, family, is not something that we have to do. We're choosing to do that. And I think sometimes we take it for granted that people are not evil towards us or people don't do us dirty. We take that for granted. And we got to be appreciative that people are waking up every day and choosing to do the right things. Do you understand, family? Because we see so many other gods choosing to do the wrong things, choosing to take advantage of their friends, choosing to talk about their friends and peers behind their back. You understand? Choosing to not stand up behind their commitments. They tell you they're going to be faithful. They tell you that they're in a relationship with you, but behind your back is totally different. You understand? They tell you they love you for you, but really they just want you for your money. Really, they just want to sleep with you. You see what I'm saying? You have to be grateful when you don't have that type of God in your life. You understand? So when you have someone who is willing to build with you and keep their word, they don't have to do that. So I feel like we can be so entitled, family, that somebody gotta treat us well. Somebody have to respect us. They don't have to. And I know you're thinking, yeah, they have to, or else they're gonna have hell to pay. Yeah, and they will, won't they? And you'll have to show that side of you, won't you? So you got to be grateful that they allow you to be nice. They allow you to be sweet like you want to be, not who you can be, because that's in you too. So when you got somebody you love in your life, I just feel like too many times we have somebody in our lives and all we're doing is picking at them, picking them apart, what they ain't doing. I wish my person was better in this area. I wish they were better in that area. I wish they do this for me more. I wish they do that for me more. And it's so self-serving. It's so superficial, right? But that person could be way worse. And it's not to exclude, it's not to excuse someone who's neglecting you, but sometimes we can just be on a tangent about what else somebody could be doing to make us happy, and we can put them through the ringer. And really, when we get upset, family, at somebody else for maybe they haven't taken you out enough, ladies, fellas. Maybe she isn't cooking all the time. Maybe she is not the best cook, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. If you have a faithful woman, man, if you have a loyal woman, a woman that you can trust with your back turned, a woman that you can trust to go out these doors and not give another man attention or the time of day, if you have that, that is something to be grateful to that God for. You should go to that God and appreciate her, that she is loyal to you, that she tries. In terms of like the cooking and stuff like that, you can be harping on somebody who really could be worse, because you got to look at what other people are going through out here, family. And I think sometimes we don't appreciate the gods around us that's not destroying our life. We've had gods in our life who destroyed our life, who talked about us behind our back, and people will always believe them. So they'll go around and destroy your name, probably till they die. And there's nothing you can say except for their line, but people are going to have a right to believe whatever God they want. So people can ruin your reputation if they choose to. I know we say it's wrong. We got a spell for it, right? I know we say, well, you shouldn't do that. It's frowned upon. I know we got all of that, right? But is that really stopping people from doing what they want to do? No, they can do it anyway. So you can demand it. You could say it's wrong, but let's be real. They could do it anyway, family. People pausing at each other in their sleep, running each other over with cars. People who say they love each other are running each other over with their cars, family. Ending each other's lives, family. Ending each other's lives in their sleep. And we got a nerve or audacity to be mad at a God who could leave us today and never look back. You realize that person that you're looking down on could walk right up out of your life and never come back, right? Every day they choose to stay in your life. They could be anywhere. That man could get up and decide to not be in your life. He could get up and say, you know what? I know I committed to this relationship, but I'm not feeling it. I'm out. He could get up and leave and never say a word and never come back again, family. That man that you putting through the ringer, he is choosing every day to stay committed to you, to stay in that functioning relationship with you. And you're not appreciating it. You're not thanking that God who could leave you high and dry. Yeah, it would be wrong. Yeah, it'd be wrong, right? That's wrong to leave me high and dry. That's wrong. You did that to me. You put me out. I know it's wrong, but you know people are capable of that, right? Let's stop the nitpicky, right? If you got a good person in your life, a good God in your life, man, you better start appreciating that person. They're at least worthy of respect, right? A person that's in your life that is not destroying your life, that is not damaging you emotionally or physically, shouldn't they deserve at least respect? Wow. At least for you to be sweet to them or kind to them or a gentleman to them. Shouldn't she at least deserve that, family? She ain't playing you. She not cheating on you. She ain't spending up your money. Shouldn't she at least deserve that you speak to her in a kind voice? That you care about her feelings? Like, for real, family. He ain't out here doing you dirty, ladies. He ain't out here spending up his money. He ain't out here drinking himself under a table. He ain't out here drunk driving. He ain't out here on drugs, selling drugs. He's not out here hurting people. He ain't out here gang banging. He ain't into nobody's lives. He coming home every day to you after work. Long days work. Nah, he ain't where he want to be yet. But you can't tell me that man ain't deserving of respect, of honor. He could give the fuck up and throw all it out the window and say, bump this family stuff, bump this father stuff. I'm done with it. He could. He could do, like, it's like, I know you're saying, well, he'd be a horrible father if he did. So aren't people horrible fathers? Those people in your life, man, who give you their life, who would die for you get the least amount of respect from us, family? That's crazy. We look up and look out to superstars and TV stars and people we never even met, and the people that's in your life. Ladies, fellas, those people don't have to be who they are. Yo, they don't have to have your back. They don't have to keep your secrets, family. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Sure, that's great. It's great to have that. But you cannot forget the fact that them people they could do whatever they want to do at any moment, yo. You ever had somebody you really cared about and loved, saw as a dear friend, completely turn their back on you in a moment's notice and try and ruin your reputation and turn into an enemy in a moment's notice and be completely lying and gaslighting? Have you ever had that happen? Have you ever had that happen? Somebody you thought would be your friend for life completely betray you. Have you ever had a woman that you love who you thought would never cheat on you? Cheat on you? Have you ever had this happen, family? You've been betrayed, right? Shouldn't that make you value the friends and the people in your life who don't do that to you? Like, let's think about this, family. They could have did that to you. So it's about time we start treating each other like the gods they are. I mean, they could ruin your life today if they choose to. But they're choosing to be functioning in your life, to bless you, to be in your life and in support of you. Some of these people who support you in your life, man, stop looking over these people. Yes, family can betray you. They are gods too. They can choose too. See, that's the thing, Stacy. It don't matter who they are. They have a choice every day that they can choose. This is what I mean by they are gods. Yo, you don't have there's nothing you can say or do to take away their right to betray you if they want to. If their desires go against that respect for you, yo, so be it. They welcome to change their mind at any moment, family, and want something else. You can say, yeah, you promised all day long. You ever had a man you was dealing with, you love, he's in a committed relationship with you, just change his mind? Yo, I know I said I wanted a relationship, but not this one. Not with you. I don't want a relationship now. But you said you love me, but you said, yo, it don't matter what he said. Now he's saying something else. And you guys want to play around with this. You're not gods, you're like gods. No, you find me a real God. Don't you tell us we like gods. No, we are gods. You don't get to take that away. Your own Bible say this. Ye are gods. Ye are. You create your own existence, family. Your very perspective paints the world. All you know about anybody is what you know. You don't know anybody, but what you know about them, and that you believe you know the world. You're the God of your own world. You are who you tell who everybody else is. You believe the person in front of you is who they are because you believe that. Every God you see in front of you is limitless. They have every moment of every day to know them by. You have the made up shit in your head to judge them by, and the actions that you saw to judge them by. But you don't know the intent up under it. You don't know the pain up under it, the trauma behind their decisions. You don't know that. You're merely an observer of every other God. You don't know them. And think about this, family. With every decision that you ever made, you made those decisions. And you don't even know you. You don't even know you. You are vast. You are all there is to it. You are all that there is to it. Without you, it ain't nothing. The world you see is the one you are creating right now. The colors you see, you make them up with your eyes and your brain. Are you understanding me, family? Your experiences, family, whether it's hot, cold, it's all due to the nervous system in your body. Your dreams are your own. No one has access to them. You are the sole only God that you know about. You can only observe other gods. You don't get to see their dreams. You see your dreams. You can only tell people about your dreams, and you don't even feel like you're the creator of them. You observe them. You go to sleep to a whole nother world. In your sleep, you're creating worlds. In your sleep, you're creating worlds. D Charm, your choice goes far beyond your knowledge. You are choosing everything. You are creating everything. Somebody came to me and said, man, Kevin, how do you manifest? Like, you're always manifesting, family. It's like saying, how do you breathe? You're always breathing, whether you know the correct way to breathe or not. You're always breathing, though. So you may not know the correct way to manifest what you want, but you're constantly manifesting. Your manifesting comes from your emotions and your perspective. Give me 1 second, family. So you're constantly manifesting. That's where I was. Check it out. Just so you can understand manifestation. Manifestation, family, is about regulating your energy, number one. If you cannot balance your energy and you're not in control of your energy, you're not going to be very good at manifestation. Now, the key is you're always manifesting. So you're going to manifest according to the energy that's within you, according to how you're seeing the world. That's the key. If you can control that, you can control how you manifest your reality. I'm trying to break this down in better words, okay? If you're in a bad mood, it's going to be hard to manifest a positive reality because your outlook on life becomes negative whenever you're in a bad mood. So when you're in a bad mood, it's important that you regulate your energy and come back to a state of a good mood so you can manifest good in your life. So you have to be in control of your energy. The problem is when we feel this energy, we like to pursue that energy. So you know how you don't want to be mad until you're mad, and now that you're mad, you want to be mad. You don't want to let it go. Like, say somebody's bothering you, right? And at first you're like, yo, I don't want to. You don't want the problem. You don't want no problem because you don't want to ruin your day. But the moment they finally get to you, it's like, okay, now I'm mad. And when you're mad, it's almost impossible to just calm down. Like, you want to be mad now. And that's the problem with negative energy is you are negative. You are the creator of negative energy too. And so you can, it's really no necessarily right or wrong, of course. It's more like negative and positive. What is it that you want to have? So let's say that you're trying to manifest money. That's something that a lot of people want to manifest, right? You need money in order to make life work due to this brick matrix we live in, this machine world. We need money to make it work. Or you want money in abundance. Whatever the case may be, people, I think, everywhere can understand the importance and the need or want and desire for money. So let's just say you want money. Okay. If you're wanting money, it's important that whenever you think of money, you have a good attitude surrounding money. But often when you lack money, there's a negative attitude surrounding money because you don't have it. So when you think of money, there's a negative feeling that happens inside of you. You understand? Because you don't have it. So the key is you have to remain positive. So let's just say you want money, you see people with money. Don't hate on them. I don't care if they spend their money the way you wouldn't spend your money. Don't judge them. Don't find a way to hate them. I don't care if they're on camera throwing their money up in the air. Hey, look at all of my money. Money stacked up. You understand? The moment that you turn to hate is the moment that you push money further away from you. So if you want money to keep magnetizing towards you, you have to keep the idea or the joy surrounding money. Is this making sense? So what we'll do is we'll see somebody with money who maybe is not using that money how we'd like for them to, or we see them with money and it just makes us upset about the money we don't have or the life that we're not living. And then we turn into hate. We got to find some type of reason to not like the person with said money. You don't hate money, but you hate him because he's throwing his money everywhere, right? Like you don't have a problem with money, but you have a problem with him stacking his money up on the camera, showing it to everybody, right? Showing off with the money. Like you don't have a problem with money, but you have a problem with someone giving someone else money because it's on camera, because you feel like they're trying to be seen, right? You don't have a problem with money, but you have a problem with someone spending money on superficial things like cars, clothes, jewelry, right? So if you see somebody who's spending their money on those things, it's more like, let me judge him, right? And so it's like, let me tell him about himself, but that's his money that he's spending his money on. So what you have to do is you can't live in what they do with the money. You have to be joyous that somebody in front of you has it. I'm grateful that I'm manifesting people to me that have money so I can see it. I want money, right? I desire money. So I need to keep seeing money. And money needs to be in my reality. So as I'm scrolling, I'm showing myself money. But when I see money, I get upset. What is your reality going to think, family? If you see money and you see it, you see the image of money, you see a person with this money, you instantly get upset. Then that says to you that you don't want to be that person because you don't like that image. You understand? So what you have to do is love that. You have to find a way to find something right with what you see and don't judge it. See, the problem with negative energy is you always try and look for negativity when you are negative energy. So the moment that you see something that you instantly go, I don't like the fact that he got money and I don't, or I don't like the fact that he's showing it off. I don't like the fact that he spends it on superficial things. You turn negative, and now you got to find something wrong. Yeah, I don't like them bragging about it, right, Cassandra? So, okay, now say they're doing all of that. I got money. I got more money than you. I got more money than him. I got more money than her, right? Say they're doing that. You could say, well, I don't like them bragging about money, but I don't like, it's not a place you should want to be in, period, because don't liking creates negative energy. So it's more like, I like the fact that that person is confident. I like the fact that that person is going after what they desire. I like the fact that that person is having success, manifesting what they desire. You understand? I can't wait until I get that. It's on its way to me. Money is on its way to me. And when it comes, here's what I'm going to spend my money on. See, I see what you spend money on. I hope you enjoy what you're spending money on. But here's what I'm going to spend my money on when it comes to me, when it's in my hand. Once it arrives, this is how I'm going to spend mine. So I'm not going to judge this person because they're not like me, because I can learn from anyone. So this person may not spend the money the way I'd like to. Well, I'd like for them to spend it, or like for me to spend it, but they may know how to get money more than me. So I don't need to like find anything wrong with them, because that'll make me not want to learn from them. You see what I'm saying? And observe them and kind of get my handle on things by watching them, right? So it's like what they're doing is actually encouraging you, right? It's actually a way for you to get closer to it, because the more you're starting to see this money and people with money, that's the closer you're getting to it. See, when you were surrounded with poor people and all you saw was poor and struggle, you see, you got used to that. And then now you say, I want more. So the universe starts showing you more. But then when you see more, you get frustrated with seeing more because it reminds you of what you don't have. But you have to love seeing something that you haven't saw before. You have to love somebody that can spend money and not worry about it because they know they got it coming in. They ain't got a care in the world. See, what will happen is you'll see somebody spend money on something that you wouldn't spend it on because you'll say, dang, that's my rent. I would never do that. Well, they're doing that because they've gotten so good at manifesting. They renting stuff is good and they're good. So for you, you're like, well, I wouldn't do that because hey, I would, man, that's a house right there. That's a whole, that's a car payment. Because for you, that is that. So you're projecting because you can't spend that way. It would affect your life negatively if you were to try and do that. You're projecting. So you have to understand the life of a person who struggles. And believe me, I know that life. I come from that life. When you live in week to week, this is even if you got a job, even if you are sustaining a family, if you're living week to week, there's not much like room for error. You don't have much room to enjoy things. Like you can't go make a purchase without having to worry about rent and things of that nature. You understand, and bills and it's not a lot. There's not a lot of room. So when you see somebody else who can go spend your yearly salary on something that is really superficial, it's like, whoa, um, you know, why would they do that? Why would they waste their money on something so stupid? But you don't realize that's a fraction of what they earn. That's your whole salary, but that's a fraction of what they earn. And what will happen is we become judgmental, right? So you'll see some of these uh, stars and stuff do some crazy elaborate things for their partners. You see Nick Cannon buy $1 million ring for Mariah Carey. You saw people buy cars for one another, right? You saw people buy houses for one another just for a birthday, and you're like, wow, right? And then so what happens is people who don't have that type of access to those type of funds, they try and do these things like that to wow their partner, but they're not living like a Nick Cannon. They don't have Nick Cannon money. They don't have a lot of these people's money. So they don't understand that even though Nick Cannon is buying $1 million ring, even though these other people are buying cars and houses, that is a fraction of what they make. So what we'll do is we'll try to keep up with the Joneses, and we're spending 50 to 60% of what we make. When they spent a fraction of what we make, we're trying to keep up with them. Is this making sense? We're trying to keep up with them. So they can take you shopping and do all these things, and it's a fraction. They'll write it off on the taxes. But we haven't gotten to that point yet. So when we try and go buy a $30,000 ring for a wife, when $30,000 should have went to the house, the down payment of the home, and the startup of life, or the savings, but instead it went to a ring. And sometimes people don't even have 30,000 in the bank, so they took out a loan for a ring for 30 grand. Trying to what like, you understand what I'm saying? That's not the way you manifest a happy life. Look at Tiari Israel Tamihana. Who cares about money? It's not of God anyway. Indeed, it is not of God. It's made. You know what is of God? Your talents, your gifts, your hard work, your effort, your consistency, and that manifests the money. So who cares about money? And this is why this is what I'm trying to teach you guys. It all comes back to you, the God that is within. It all comes back to you. Whatever it is that you desire, where does your desire come from? Who is the holder of your desires? Who is the holder of your longing? How do you know you desire this thing? Where does your desire come from? It comes from inside of you. So if it's inside of you that your desire comes from, where do you think that the tools come from in order to manifest your desire? From within. If you desire something, that desire is coming from within. You better believe the thing to manifest your desire comes from within too. If a person desired to be the fastest person in the world, where would their speed come from? What would they have to do to get faster? If they desire to be the fastest person in the world, what should that look like? What should manifesting the fastest person in the world, summoning that person within yourself, look like? Does it look like sitting on your behind, just wanting to be the fastest person in the world? I want to see who all knows how to manifest. Let's see if we can start real small here. A person who wants to be the fastest person in the world. How would manifesting or summoning that person, the fastest person in the world within them, look like? What would that look like? Should they just pray to God to be the fastest person in the world? Does that look like a person on their knees? Does that look like a person putting money in a bucket? Is that how you become the fastest person in the world? Comes with determination and persistence and training. All that is within. It is your efforts, consistency, and training. See, QDFW3X and Sweet K Harsley. This is amazing. Now, D Charm said, speak it. I want to know how speaking it would make you the fastest person in the world. How would that help? Alan Medosu says, research firstly, preparation, as in what does it take to attain this goal? Research, who does that? Who learns when you research? You, right? And so the knowledge is now yours, right? Due to your efforts, you taking the time to learn, eat right, live right, work routine, Christine said. Visualization and meditation. You definitely have to visualize it, see yourself as that, meditate it, get your energy right in order to stay consistent. Some days you're not going to want to do it. So you're going to have to not listen to how you feel, but you're going to have to stay consistent regardless, with your desire being priority over how you feel. Imagining themselves running fast in their mind. I like that. That Baki training, absolutely. Mind, body, soul, right? All three must take part in manifesting your desires. Meditation and on the research and cultivation from within to exude outwardly. Absolutely, Doria. Lori says focus, will, discipline, beliefs. Are you guys seeing how all this is coming from inside of you? Believing you already or have done it. Because speaking those things that are not as though they were, believing that you are the fastest, unlocking those cells inside of your body, unlocking that speed that your ancestors have passed on to you, right? By meditating on that speed. What's up? Peace, bro. Peace for truth. I see you in the building. Say you speaking fast. Thank you, young king. Putting in the work, practice, and the knowing in your mind that your determination will make you the fastest person in the world. See that? Putting in the work. You being the fastest person in the world is behind that sweat, those tears, that pain. It's behind all those good days that you stack on top of good days, that you focus on your craft, that you wake up and prioritize your destiny over how you feel. You being the fastest person in the world is behind all the naysayers. It's behind all the doubt from all the people who don't believe you can be the fastest person in the world. That when they heard you say, I think I can be the fastest person in the world, and they said, nah, ain't no way you're going to be faster than such and such and such and such. Ain't no way you faster than them. Nah, I just don't see it, bro. You don't have the genetics, right? But you believe that. So you being faster than everybody ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It only has something to do with the work you put in on a daily basis. And I'm going to tell you this right here. You're not going to do it on your knees. You can get on your knees, talk to whoever you want to, and you're not going to get up faster. You got to run. Yes, because the more you run, the faster those muscles get. You got to pray to your ancestors. That means action. That means get up and be fast. You got to be fast at everything. If you want to be the fastest man in the world, you got to be fast. My dog gone. Everywhere he go, he sprint. I ain't never seen him walk. He walks sometimes. Okay. But he sprint mostly. You feel me? I'm talking about, let's go here. Here. Just fast. And that's what you're going to have to be. Tariq Hill, fast. Just fast all the time. People gonna have to stop to ask you, why you moving so fast? Because I got to be fast. I got to be fast. I'm the fastest person in the world. I got to train my body to think and move fast. See, first comes the thought, spirit world. Spirit is saying, okay, so now you want to listen to spirit. What you learn up here, you have to teach your body. I was saying, my son was talking to me outside the other day, and he was showing me about how he was working on his jump shot by thinking, right? He was thinking about his jump shot, reflecting on how he pops his wrist and all this. And he's like, so I think I thought of a better way to shoot or whatever, right? And so he's shooting, he's making the first couple, and then he misses one, and he goes, I sound crazy. I do all that talking and then miss, right? And I said, no, son. See, knowledge is one thing when it's in the mind, but now you have to teach that to your body. So your body has to be a master student to your mind, which is the teacher ultimately. So if you know something, okay, you got to teach that to your body. Think about this. I box, right? If you ever threw a punch, you know your first punch don't look like your 100th punch, right? So like the more you train on throwing punches, eventually you forget how you used to throw them. So even if I were to try to throw a punch incorrectly now, it wouldn't look like it were when I was just starting out, because my body knows how to throw a punch and I don't have to think about it. I don't have to even think about it, and I would throw a punch correctly because the mind trained my body. I had to keep doing it over and over again. See, the mind, there's no time in the mind. This is why I say this is God. There is no time in the mind. Okay, you can learn. You ever learn something in a moment's notice, and that thing you learned be greater than everything you ever learned in school. And there was no teacher at all. It was what you call an epiphany, and that moment blew your mind. Like, wow, you instantly sped up time for yourself. You're someone totally different now because of this idea, this thought. There's no time inside of the mind, so the mind can learn something quick as crap. The mind can learn something right now in the moment, quickened. But the body, it takes consistency. And so a person cannot be lazy. I don't care how powerful your mind is. Actions, but faith without works is dead. So you have to train your body. See, I can go to the bodybuilding gym. I can go to the gym all day and look at everybody lift weights, and my mind can learn how to lift weights. I can learn that it's repetition that breaks muscles down. Okay, then you have to diet, because you have to restore what you put out of your body, and you have to feed your body what you want it to be. So you got to eat iron, you got to eat calcium, you got to eat protein, right? You have to fuel your body. Maybe not necessarily protein, you get that through your vegetables or whatnot, but you have to get that through your diet, right? Now, you could take somebody who doesn't work out and they can learn how to be a bodybuilder. They can learn all of this stuff and they can tell you about proper diet. Doesn't mean they do it though. So in order for them to actually get the riches of it, they have to actually do it. See, it's no respecter of person. Everybody got to do it. I don't care if you take the time and open the books and learn it yourself. You still don't get to get in shape unless you do it, family. So mind and body have to be in unison. You can't think it and don't do it. No one is exempt from that. No one is exempt from the work. And that is what prayer is. That's why it says everyone must be praying diligently to manifest their dreams and goals. We must all be praying diligently. Prayer is an action word. The thing that you want to do in life, you just got to do it. You just got to start doing it. And every day you get better at it. See, if you look right now, you look at a lot of our young children, especially young boys, they grow up in athletics because, let's face it, there's programs everywhere for athletics, but the chances of you making it professionally is slim to none. This is why we have a lot of athletic people, because they grow up being athletic, spending time being in athletics, and what you spend time in, you get better at. But if we had more people focused on, health and medicine, inventions, people would be smarter because we have that ability as well. See, right now, if you look at the world, you'll think it as it is, right? The geniuses that we have, that's all we have. The engineers are the only engineers that can be engineers. Nobody else can be that. You probably think that you don't have the skill set to create light. You probably think you don't have the skill set or the ability to create a light bulb because you've never taken the time to learn it. So therefore, you tell yourself, I could never be a person who could do that because I'm not smart enough, right? But no, that's wrong. The brain is a muscle just like every other body part, just like all the other muscles you have in your body. And it right now, it has a lack of training in those specific areas. It doesn't mean that it's impossible for you to learn it. See, you are limitless, and you got to understand this. The things you do all the time, you get better at. So if you don't do something often, you're obviously going to struggle. And likely so will your children because you pass that on. If you don't work on your craft, you will pass it on. You will pass it on while it's still in that stage. Your kids will have to work it to take it farther. It ain't just going to, listen, you could be the greatest singer in the world. The greatest voice in the world could be inside of you. But if you don't open your mouth to do the work to let that voice out, no one would ever know. You will never get the residual treasure from that. You'll never get the benefits from that. You'll never get the praise, the recognition, or anything for having that beautiful voice. Without works, it is all dead. You got to do it. Somebody say you got to do it, yo. And that's why I say it's in due time. You are the God of your reality. It is in due time that you manifest it. You cannot be a lazy God. The main attribute that we give to the God that we believe in is creation. You say it's impossible for there to not be a God because there is things, but you call that creation. When you call it a creation, you have to have a creator, but I don't call it a creation. I call it existence. I call it my experience. You understand? And so far, I am the creator of that. Life did not happen until I happened. I didn't know about any of this until I happened. And I'm happening. And before I was aware of it, I was yet a part of it. I was my mother before I was born. I was my father before I was born. That's two people that I was. I was both of them. They came together to create me in this form. But before that, I was them. I was surging through their bodies. I was their grandparents. I was their grandparents. And I was their grandparents. Yes, I'm even the ground they walk on. I'm made up of it. Everything that is in that ground is in me. I'm the food they ate. I am the air that they breathe. I am everything. And I know this. I know that I am Kevin Wesley in this avatar. That's what I go by. But there is no end to who I am, family. And there's no end to who you are. And you got to understand that. Your mind is far more complex than you could ever believe. You got to learn how to wield it, to use it, that beautiful mind of yours, to turn it into action, to turn those ideas into things so that you can have the reality that you deserve. So many things you guys have came up with. You sit on them, you didn't do them, and then some other God did them. Some other God created your dream, and they are living your life because they created your dream and you didn't. And you said to yourself, that was my idea. Yeah, it was your idea. But it's their manifestation. It's their creation. See, you stopped. You just ideated it, right? You just dreamt it. You just observed it in your head. You just said, wow, it would be nice if there was a business that did this, right? Or it would be nice if this happened. Oh, I have this idea. I need somebody to invest in me. I need somebody to believe in me. So whenever you had the idea, you thought you needed somebody else to make it happen. You only need you. And listen, you'll never understand yourself as a God until you step away from trying to need other people and realize that you got it all. Thank you, Sir Meets God. People, sometimes it's good for people to fail you so you can get pissed off and do it on your own. He who gives a man a fish weakens that man, because a hungry man who you given a fish would only eat for a day because you did not teach him how to collect fish on his own, how to fish on his own. But if a man learns how to fish, if you teach a man to fish, he will never go hungry. Why? Because he has a knowledge now that he can use to manifest his food, right? He has something that he learned. A man lacking knowledge is a needy man. That's what that means. If a man does not know how to fish, his lack of knowledge of fishing can lead him to being poor, hungry, starving, dead. The knowledge of fishing, right? Knowledge of fishing would have him living in abundance, because that's fish, man. Sometimes the thing you missing is just the know-how. It ain't a thing. It's not a person, family. It's we got to be capable beings, and we're not taking the time to become that. The world has taken away every reason for you to be capable. We can use the internet now to make our money. We can pop a nipple out, show our behind, make some money. We don't have to be capable anymore. But you got to be capable of manifest your reality, family. You can be as strong as you want to be. Somebody in your ancestry has passed it down to you, has passed it up to you, I should say. You are the ascendants, not the descendants. You are the ascendants. You're supposed to take all those gifts in your body via DNA and cells and manifest them into this current reality that you live in today. And it makes no sense that we're walking around carrying limitless skills, limitless abilities, and something like fear is keeping them from being displayed in this world. Something like laziness. Something like a lack of confidence. That's keeping that from being displayed. And there's greatness in you. But greatness, it has to be perfected, family. It's like sharper than a knife. Like that sharp blade is somewhere in there. But you got to keep grinding away what's not that sharp blade. And it may not feel good to the blade, like you have these things carved off of it. But that blade is somewhere in there. And you got to find it. You feel me, family? It's like if you take that carver, that artist who has that big stone in front of them, they're going to carve an image. The thing they're looking for is in there, family. In order to find it, it ain't about talking about it. It ain't about staring at it. Praying for them looks like, and they got to chisel away what is not the image. Chisel away what is not. And what you will be left with is the masterpiece. But it's in there. That's what greatness is. Shaving away of all the things that is not greatness. So you're left with that. So don't ever stop. Never stop carving. Never stop carving out of yourself greatness. Do you understand? The more you sharpen you, the more the world will manifest itself. It's not about you making the world work for you. It's about you becoming great. You can't deny somebody who's great. Say somebody wanted to be Mr. Olympia. Ask Ronnie Coleman. When he wanted to go be Mr. Olympia 8 times, 9 times, probably even more. When he wanted to become that, he didn't go and drive to the place where they do Mr. Olympia. They changed that place every year. He didn't go wait outside so he can get in first so he could be Mr. Olympia. That ain't how it works. You got to be invited. He went to the gym where every other person that won Mr. Olympia had to go. And he had to work his ass off. And he had to eat right. And he had to diet. And he had to do it again. And he had to do it again. You understand, family? Because he wanted to be Mr. Olympia. Mr. Olympia was way behind him, his desire. It's behind his action. You don't think he had injuries? You don't think he wanted to give up? You don't think it was painful? And the problem with a lot of us is we don't do that part. But then we sit around and get mad at somebody else and want what they have. You should be ashamed of yourself because you sitting here wanting what somebody else got. You lost your birthright wanting what somebody else has. If you knew what was inside of you, you would never waste your time wanting what somebody else got. Man, you go be you and you will have what you're supposed to have. What somebody else got by being them is none of your business. It's nothing to even measure yourself by. You are great. You don't have to be greater than nobody else. You are great. And your life should be about you witnessing your greatness, not other people's. But you've chosen to be a bystander and witness other people's greatness. So you are in the audience criticizing and praising when you should be on the stage. Because life is your stage and you're supposed to witness your greatness and be excited about it. When you draw your pictures, you're supposed to be excited about what came out of you. Because that only happened because you were diligent and consistent, and you can't give that credit to nobody else. But you'd rather go praise somebody else's art. Shame on you. You singing, you want a better voice? That only comes if you keep singing. It don't come with you clearing your throat. Okay, I'm ready this time. If you haven't been practicing, you're gonna sound the same. You gotta put the work in. Or you'll just be praising everybody else for how amazing they sound. The only way you will see what you got in you, because it's behind your eyes, the only way you're gonna see what you got in you the only way you're gonna see what you have in you, family. I'm gonna let y'all answer that. If what you have, family, is inside of you, it's in the future. You got to do something now to get to that future. If what you have is inside of you, because it's behind your eyes, how do you see it? How do you get to see what's inside of you? You gonna turn your eyes back around and turn them back inside of your head, or are you gonna do something about it? Unfolding with Peggy, thank you. Are you gonna do something about it? This greatness you say you have, nobody can keep you from it. It comes by you sharpening yourself every day. And whatever it is that you sharpen yourself against, that is the iron. Wake up and tune into somebody else who do it. And you be diligent just like them. Don't let them outwork you. Chris Brown didn't become Chris Brown in a day. Man, he had to stay at it. Now people argue that he's greater than Michael Jackson. Talent-wise. Michael Jackson didn't become Michael Jackson in a day. Eddie Murphy didn't become Eddie Murphy in a day. The greats, family, people who achieved greatness, they stayed in their private place, praying. That's why I love battle rap. I love to go hear those guys sharpen themselves. They've achieved a level of greatness through the writing. I saw Arsenal at Summer Madness, and I was telling them that, like, your only problem is that you were born to in this area, this genre, this era, in this genre where people can't really hear what he's doing with his vernacular. I said, you achieve a level of greatness. People are going to always talk about Biggie and Pac, all that type of stuff. Man, if you'd have been born in that genre, in that era, Loaded Lux, John the Don, all of those guys, man. I sit there and watch all of those guys go at it. Tay Rock. No, Chris is great, Brittany. She said Chris is good. Michael was great. No, Chris is great. He has achieved a level of greatness. That man is multi-talented. You ever seen him play basketball? You ever seen him draw? You've heard him sing, of course. You've seen him dance. Have you heard him rap? These things don't just happen. This comes when when a person has put in the time and the work to be that good. Day after day after day of training and working on yourself. He is not lazy. He is not lazy, family. When you see somebody that achieved that level of greatness, they did this by getting up and getting at it, looking in the mirror, watching themselves dancing. And while everybody else out judging everybody else, they in the mirror, family. They're all alone in their private place, getting better, getting sharper. That's what makes them great. That's what greatness is. What you're witnessing when you witness the final, it ain't even the final thing, but when you witness the performance, that's not the greatness. That's the display of the greatness. The greatness was behind all of that. See, you're looking at the somewhat of the finished product. You're not seeing them get their ass up every day and go do that. See, most people can't do that. That's what greatness is. Get up every single day. And Bridget, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's better than Mike either. I'm just saying he's great. They're both great. And thank you. I respect your opinion also. The greatness is in when you don't feel like it. Man, you get up anyway. The greatness is when you feel like quitting, you keep going. The greatness is in when you see somebody else shining and you just have this tugging to take what they have, but you stick to what you got. That's greatness. When you're able to keep your originality. That is greatness, family. Say you take a rap artist who people are going to tell them, man, you got to rap like this. You got to rap like that. This is what the game is now. This is what it is now. A person who stays true to themselves, man, and say, I'm going to create my art. My art is me. And if nobody get it, they'll get it one day when I'm dead and gone. Look, that right there is greatness. You may get it later, but if you never get it, I'm going to leave my mark, who is me, on the world, and that is art. The moment you realize, family, all you have is you. You don't know anybody else. You can only take their word for it. The only you need to be trusting what you have within you and make it happen. You got one life to live. How long are you going to sit on your gifts? How long are you going to be lazy when it comes to manifesting the life that you want? How long are you going to complain that you don't have what you want when you're not doing what needs to be done? See, it's in due time. It's not in talk time. People say it's in due time, D-U-E, meaning one day it'll happen. No. It's in due time. It will only happen when you do it because it's up to you. You are who stands at your gate. You are who stands in front of your gateway. You are who stands in front of the door to your success and your freedom and your everything that you want and desire in life. Nobody can stop you but you. So you better be willing to reach down inside of you and see what you got. Yeah, do you got the metal? Do you have the iron? Do you have the gall? Do you have the courage? The only way to know that is to put yourself up against it. You family, the only way for you to know anything is to experience it. So you got to experience yourself too if you're going to know who you are. The only way I can know if something tastes good or bad, I got to put it in my mouth and try it. The only way for me to know it is to experience it. So if you don't know if you're courageous, then the only way you can know is to put yourself against the test. Well, I'm not very brave. How you know? You've never seen, you don't know how brave you are. You folded one time. Bravery is not what you think it is. Brave people be scared too. The fact that you have fear don't mean you're not brave. Don't allow fear to overtake you. And that equals bravery. It don't mean you stand there with no fear. Every time I walked out to that boxing ring, I had fear. A natural fear that anything could happen, that this person could be stronger, faster, better than me, that they could ruin my life or my career. If I don't move the right way, if I don't pay attention, if I'm not focused, if I'm not who I'm supposed to be today, all of the wrong that could happen. I walked into every bout with a natural fear. But that fear enhanced my abilities. It enhanced my focus. It made me sharper. So I'm still courageous even when I fear. I'm still brave, even when I'm worried. Do you understand? It ain't going to show. That's going to be in my secret place. Those are feelings that I feel. Who I am is something different. See, even in the most fear, I'll still stand. And people will see that and say, I'm brave because I stood regardless of the fear. It's all in what you do. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's all in what you do. What you do, you will be judged for. I don't know what you haven't said. I don't know what you're thinking. I can only get mad or angry at what you do say or what you do. Amen. I can want to rob a bank and talk about it all day until I go do it. I'm not a bank robber. Can't throw me in jail for a bank I haven't robbed. Do I think not knowing the outcome could cause fear? Absolutely, it could. Thank you, Bridget. Why you don't respond to the chat? Dude, I heard you say something about Kevin Samuels earlier. Middle faced him. I don't know what you was referring to. For the next few minutes, I am going to respond to commenters. Where are y'all at right now? I had said I said I'd give you guys an opportunity to call in today on my Instagram. Nobody called in, so I was going to take the call on live. Anybody want to call in? Go to my Instagram right now. Kevin Wesley B_rise. Kevin Wesley B_rise. So if you want to, man, go on over there and give me a call real quick, and we'll do one quick session with somebody before I get off here. It's already 23 minutes past the time, but before I get off, I'll see if someone wants to call. I got my horn. I'm ready for it. So call me on Instagram and we're going to rap. That's right, Mary Williams. We stand in our own way. We absolutely do. Say, leave this up. Yo, Kevin, leave this up so I can send this to a few people. Oh, absolutely. It'll be up, family. Greatness, is there any benefit? Does this achieved greatness contain any true profit? What is its purpose that one should try to attain it? Beautiful question, on Andre Mitchell. Greatness is the very thing that you pass on to your children. Did you know that today, if you don't possess a skill, a talent, like an action talent that you work on, carving, writing, drawing, singing, if you do not possess a skill and you have a baby, that baby won't possess that skill. But if you do possess that skill, meaning you've worked on that skill, you can pass that on to your child, and your child will pick that up easier. So your greatness will be passed on through your inheritance, through those who inherit you. So you know how money can be taken from you. You can write in your will and try to leave that to your children. They may not all go as planned. You've seen a lot of artists lose their royalties, or you lose their ownership of their rights. So their children don't really get to reap the benefits of their physical work, the external work, like money and things of that nature. But there's no denying of the DNA. See, that is our true inheritance. And this is what I try to tell you guys. It's like a donkey and a carrot. The carrot is what the thing that you want from your greatness. So you might want to be great because it brings you a lot of money. That money is the carrot. So if you get the carrot, that's amazing. You have a beautiful life because of your greatness. But the distance that the donkey goes, the muscles that the donkey builds by chasing the carrot, that is forever the donkey's. And that will always be passed on to the donkey's children. Well, donkeys are sterile, but you get the point. Gone. My goodness, sir. Generational wealth is passed on to your children via your seed. Everything that you work, everything that you cultivate, the you that you sharpen, the you that you fortify through diligence and time and consistency and effort, failures, that is the you that you pass on to your children. So before you have a child, it is important that you chase your greatness from within so you can unlock all these things that your ancestors passed to you so you can pass them to your children already unlocked. Yes, they can still unlock them. And you have no idea who's contributed to your existence. They are inside you. You can't look them up. That's all been stripped from us. But you can definitely find them within you. They are in you. They're in your DNA. So we don't have generational wealth. You bugging. Not tangible generational wealth. We do not. And that's because we have mistaken what generational wealth is, family. See, all we've been passing down is grandma's recipes. So if we're doing that, of course you're not going to have generational wealth. Grandma's recipes is poison. Yeah, she loved the food. She loved to cook and she was good at it, but that food ain't good for us. So as long as we keep on eating off grandmama's recipes, we ain't gonna do nothing to keep killing ourselves. So what we're calling a generational pass down is actually something that we should do away with. Yes, she could cook really well, but those things that she was cooking really well aren't good for eating. We got to pass down more than grandma's recipes. So we got to pass down true culture. We have to pass down how to raise children, how to father children. We have to pass down how to have a unified family, how to have a healthy tribe. What is a tribe supposed to do daily? How does a family create a plan and work together to achieve that plan? At what age should a man be seeking a family? At what age should a woman be seeking a family? Yes, the world is trifling. You're absolutely right, Middle Face Doom. So many of us lack knowledge and information. Because of that, we create the very world we see. But it's up to the chosen few of us to create the world that we know is correct. It ain't nobody out there stopping us. I can talk all day about how divorces happening. But the way I keep that from my children is that I don't do that. See, you see what I'm saying? So I can see this all day happening in the world, but I can still choose to live a life that my children can be proud of, that I can pass down to my tribe. So the whole world can, while many is falling by your left and many is falling by your right. What does the Bible say? 1,000 can fall by your left, 10,000 by your right, but it will not come to you. Thus saith the Lord. Why? Because you would not conform to this world. You didn't do what they were doing. You stayed true to your standard. So your world will reflect that. Your children will have your back. Your children will not turn on you. Your children will not betray you because you didn't abandon your children. You poured into your children. You stuck by your children and raised them. Your children will see you as a God, as a king. Your children will respect you and honor you because you did right by your children. Your world won't reflect that because you didn't do that. So yeah, it's a lot of people, trifling people out here, and their world will reflect trifling. But if you're not trifling, you shouldn't have a trifling world around you. Like, is your world trifling? It ain't nobody I see in my immediate world trifling, because I do know it exists, but people like that, I don't let around me. So it's very important, family, that you achieve your greatness from within. Because the moment that you accomplish that gift, it is in your generations for life, and nobody can take that from you. No one can take from you that which God has given you. And what God has given you only comes through prayer, only comes through hard work, consistency, diligence, and nobody can take that. See, when you go to the gym and you get strong, somebody can say, you can't do 225, you can't do 315. They can talk that all they want to. Are you believing them whenever you know you just laid up under that and did it? Do you care? Does their words make you weak? Can they say something to strip you of your power that you've worked to build? No, my friend. Only you can do that. And you can't even do that with words. If you've worked your ass off to become stronger, the way you get weaker is you got to stop working out. You got to stop going. You have to turn it off. Only then can you fail. Only then can you lose what you have gained. But that ain't being taken. That's you giving it up. See, life ain't fair. You can work out for a year straight, but if you stop, you will begin to instantly get weaker. You take 1 week off and you will be able to tell. because you got to keep manifesting. You can never stop. And that's what life is telling you, family. Does the sun ever stop rising? You got to look at the universe and say, I must be like the universe. Every day the ant leaves the mound. Every day the lion goes on the prowl. Every day. You can't take days off. Now, we waste a lot of days because we don't have a plan for how we're going to manifest what we want, because we don't know what we want. So first you have to say, what is it that I desire? That I desire, not that the world told you to desire. So if it's some car, if it's some item, you have to say, man, why do I want that? Like your sadness and your frustration, your depression could be being created by you because they tricked you into wanting something that you don't even really want. Even if you were to have it, it wouldn't make your life any better. Some of you, if you got the things you wanted today, it would destroy your life because you have no discipline. Right now, if somebody gave a lot of you guys $1 million, a lot of us $1 million, we'd be drunk to death, alcohol poisoning. We'd be high to the sky of some type of other drug, stimulant. We have women surrounding us that use us for our money. They probably got an STD because we got a bunch of money but no discipline. But if you work to get the money, see, now you had to save and not spend. See, now you had to work your ass off instead of being laid up. See, now you built a certain amount of skills that you wouldn't have had if somebody gave you the money. So the thing that you're working in order to get the thing you desire is who you're going to be. Don't be a bullshitted guy. Don't be lazy, because you are not your dreams. Don't walk around with big dreams, but don't have big work ethic. I'm telling you now, a person who walk around thinking about bodybuilding all the time and still don't work out, they just as weak as the next man. You got to get off your ass. You can't be like them. Be not conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind daily. Daily, you get up and you put your hands to the plow and you manifest that greatness that is you. And I promise you, family, if you can be faithful to doing that, look at yourself in a year and watch what you look like. Stay consistent to your workout plan for a year and see how great your genetics actually are. But don't quit. Don't allow your feelings to deter you. You get up every day and you do what you know to do, which is doing it. You get better by doing it. You know that. You can never forsake prayer. Prayer is work. It's not talking. You don't got to say a damn word. I promise you, you'll have your reality. Watch. For years, we've been talking, been putting our money in a collection plate. It is not yielding the reality that we've been wanting. And we're not rethinking our life. We're letting somebody else tell us how to get from God what we want, and it's not working. So if you believe that if you go give 10% of your earnings to a church or a collection plate, you will have your desires, then you go do that. And many of you have been doing that. And tell me, did you get what you wanted? What I'm telling you is actually real and logical. You put time and work into yourself and you will have the desire. You putting your money into a collection plate believing you're going to get more back is not true. You've been deceived. Do you know how in the Bible it talks about you growing a harvest, that you giving a tenth of your earnings? You're giving not your earnings, you're giving a tenth of your food, your harvest. You give a 10% of your harvest so that there may be food or bread or meat in the storehouse. It's literally talking about food. It's literally talking about seeds and bread and meat. It's not really something that's poetic. Don't let someone create a spell to strip you of your hard-earned money. It's your energy that you are trading for that money. And instead of using that money to further your life, you're putting it in a plate. When I tell you, it's literally talking about food. I was showing Lacey this the other day. We were cooking, and I was showing her how, we'll eat a fruit and we'll throw the seed away. When it says give 10% of it, family, and you'll have a harvest, I'll give you back more than you ever had. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. If you take a seed and put it in the ground, do you just get one fruit back, or do you get more than what you put into the ground? Blessed and running over. Do you get it back in abundance? Is it multiplied? It's talking about real food. If you don't consume it all, if you spare some of it and just put it back into the dirt, give it back to me, says God. Inside of that seed is another plant, is another tree. And on that tree is more fruit. In that fruit is more seeds. It's limitless. But you got to have the ability to see through the eyes of God. If you consume it all now, you will starve. So put 10% of it back into God and watch it magnify. But you're going to church giving away paper. That paper is yours. You work for that paper. That should have been going to you. Yes, they may use it to help people. But I'm telling you right now, they told you that they lied to you. That is a scam. That means it's a scam. No God ever told you to do that. So yeah, it may be generous of you to take your money to a church, but that's not very generous to them to lie to you in order to get your damn money. Okay? And you're not cursed if you don't give your money to a plate. You're cursed if you don't have a garden outside. Because here's what cursed means. It means that there is a dam put between you and the source. A dam means something that blocks off you from the source. So whenever you have to go to the store to buy food, you are cursed because food should grow around you. See, you could have a link to God. You could go right outside and get from your garden the food that you need to survive on. But right now, because of a lack of knowledge, you haven't done the work to plant. So therefore, you don't have a garden. When it's time for you to get food, you got to go out and go to a grocery store and look for food that somebody else took the time and grew. And in order to get that, you have to pay for that with your money. See, you will get it one day. Many people will say, Kevin, man, they'll come against the things that I'm saying. You will get it one day, and it's way more simple than you think. Like that seed, inside of your seed is another human being. And inside of that human being is more seeds. And when you know what human beings come here to do, either create or destroy. So you have creation inside of you. You have destruction inside of you. I create all things, even calamity I create. Thus saith the Lord. Absolutely you do. Because calamity created you. We came through slavery. We came through rape and pillage. And yet you are here. You are every bit of that, family. Don't not take part in creating. You plant those seeds. It's disrespectful to God in the universe if you take that seed and throw it in a trash can. You're not giving that seed the ability to recreate itself. And that is why we are cursed. The lack of knowledge. We don't do the work to fortify our existence, the life we say we want. We don't do the work. We're doing work, but not the necessary work it takes to get us to our destiny. So if you want to be something great, but you're waking up every day and going to work for somebody else, you're doing work, but not the work. So you're not doing the great work. You know, they look at the Christians and say, you ain't doing the great work, right? You're not doing the great work, the work of God, right? You're doing work, but you're not doing the work of God. Doing the work of God is that which develops you, which makes you a better person for your family, for your future selves. They get that. All the things that you build now. See, when you become great, let's say I start singing every day and become a great singer. The money I make is a result of me being a great singer. So the money can come and go. I have the talent, and the talent is within me. Guess who accesses that talent from within me? My children, first and foremost, family. They'll come out with the voice. Or they'll come out with the discipline to put forth chasing their own goals and dreams. It may not be in singing. It may be whatever it is that they do. They'll make their own print, family. Kenneth Carter, you taught me a lot. I appreciate you and your wisdom, my brother. Thank you so much, Kenneth. That means a lot to me. Do not forsake being great, family. You will only have it if you do the work. You can't fake it. See, you can go out here and be fake in front of all these people. You can fake that. But if you ain't been putting in the work, it's going to show. in your life. It's going to reflect in your life. So stop trying to put on an act for people. We talked about that yesterday. Trying to lie in the face of God, sinning in the face of God, but don't want humans to see you. Believing that God sees everything you're doing, but you will sneak and do it behind closed doors so humans don't see it. So it's right in front of God you'll sin, but that's the person who can put you in hell. That's the literal person who can put you in hell. But you go masturbate in front of God, but you don't want nobody to walk in the door to see you do that. You want to sleep with whoever and not get called a name. You don't want a name being called to you. What about the consequences of you behaving that way? What about the consequences of you behaving that way? You're trying to avoid a social shame. You're trying to avoid being called a name, insulted. What about the actual consequences of your actions? I'm going to sneak around and do that because I don't want nobody to say something to me. You still a bad person for doing it. You still did it. You know you did it. God know you did it. So again, if you go around telling everybody you're great, but when it's just you and God, you ain't becoming great. You're not working on nothing. You're not building yourself. You're not manifesting in yourself a greater version of you. Then you just talking, yo. You're in Tower of Babel. You're just babbling. Your words hold no weight. Your words hold no weight. You're just talking because it should look like something. Greatness should look like something. It shouldn't just be words. Yo, I'm great. Trust me. Why don't nobody believe me? Why don't nobody believe me when they say, when I say I'm gonna create this business? Why don't nobody believe me when I say I got greatness? Because it's deeper than you saying it. They'll believe it when they see it. They'll believe it when they see you putting one foot in front of the other. I'm gonna lose weight. That I don't believe you. Why don't you believe me? I'll believe it when I see you up running. I'll believe it when I see you changing your diet and not walk around with ice cream and milkshakes in your hand all the time. I'll believe it whenever you stop going to all these cheap food restaurants and eating all the time, eating to your heart content, overeating. I'll believe you then. Your words don't do nothing if your body don't line up. I'm gonna lose weight, but you still eating crazy. You think you about to lose weight? Yeah, you about to lose. Wait, you'll see. Wait, you're gonna see you lose, right? You're gonna lose weight. Just wait. You're gonna lose. That's what that means. You're gonna lose weight. You're gonna lose. Just wait. Because you're gonna keep doing the same thing, expecting something different. They call that insanity, family. Your actions must follow your words, or no one will trust you. And do you deserve to be trusted? How are you angry? Because somebody don't trust you. Trust comes from seeing, family, and experiencing, seeing something be a certain way for a while, and seeing somebody be that way. Trust, that's how trust happens. Other than that, it's just made up. Yeah, I trust that you want to do something to me. Why? Because I would really like for you not to. It would hurt if you did. This new person I just met, that's the kind of trust you got. You just trust this new person because you don't want them to do it. But real trust comes with being in somebody's life and seeing how they behave. A person who in front of your life living like shit, lying to you, mad at you for not trusting them is a ridiculous human being. And they need a two-piece. They need to have a two-piece because they living like crazy in front of you, but at the same time want you to trust. You can only trust what they do. They want you to trust them even though they lying to you and doing you dirty, and you catch them when they want you to trust them. They need a two-piece because that's the most ridiculous, confusing thing I ever heard of. Trust should look like trust. You should behave like someone who's trustworthy, and then trust will present itself. You can't get mad at somebody for not trusting you and you a cat, like you a lie. That's crazy. Why don't they believe I'm rich? Probably because you don't look rich, you don't act rich, you ain't got nothing around you that's rich, you don't do rich shit, you don't know rich people. Why would they believe you? They know where you live, dude. Of course you're not rich. but I got faith. And without works, it is dead. You can have the faith. You can't cash that at a bank, family. Ye are gods. Take control of your life, manifest the life you desire, and do not forget to be grateful for those other gods in your life that are in your life because they want to be in your life for you, not for the things that you as a God manifest. The people that's in your life that's not destroying your life, that's doing right by you, that's staying true to their commitments to you daily, waking up and still choosing to serve the commitment that they gave you. They can wake up to tomorrow and be somebody totally different on a different path if they so choose to, but they are still choosing to be functional in your existence, in your life. Be grateful for those people. At least treat them with dignity and respect. At least value their emotions and how they feel. At least, because that God is in your life and they don't have to be. It is about time we stop taking for granted the people that are in our lives on a daily basis, who are in our lives to make it better. Those guys don't have to do that. We've seen too many gods out here mistreat and do each other wrong. That alone should make us respect the guys that are in our lives. So make life beautiful for those that are around you because you appreciate them. You appreciate that they haven't taken it upon themselves to go out and do evil by you. And respect each other and treat each other like a God. What do you mean? When you go to God, do you go to God with disrespect? When you want something from God, is it with disrespect? Or is it with a contrite heart, a pure heart, a sincere heart, right? Isn't that how you go to God? A person who can say no to you? You go to them with a contrite heart, don't you? Okay, the other God that's in your life, how should you go to them? Should you go to them demanding what it is that you desire? Should you go to them with an attitude? Or should you go to them with a contrite heart, a humble heart, family, a sincere heart, a pure heart when you make a request from God? You tell me, family. Or should you go stomping into the room and demanding what you want when that person, that God, can say no to you? They can say no to you. They could say, fuck you. They could say, I don't want you in my life. They could say, I don't ever want to see you again. They could say, shame on you. I don't ever want to see you again. They could say that. They could get up and leave your life. Worse has happened to different people, family. You see people making videos all the time about the evil thing that the person they trusted in their life did to them. If you got a person who ain't doing that, go up to them today and give them a kiss, give them a hug, and look them in their eyes and mean what you say when you tell them, I appreciate you. You know, I appreciate you choosing every day to be consistent, to stay on your path, to be honest. The people that you value in your life. I mean, oh crap, what I do? How are you supposed to go back again? The people that you value in your life, family, go to them, family. Tell them what they mean to you, seriously. Tell them you appreciate them, for real, being consistent, not hurting you, not cheating on you. I appreciate you not beating on me. Some people do that. I appreciate you not hurting me in my sleep, not poisoning my food. I appreciate you not quitting on the things. I appreciate you raising our daughter. Raising our son. Because you could have been one of those type of mothers who just were horrible. You could have done that. I got to stop putting it past you that you don't have, that you're not capable of that. Instead, I got to appreciate that you've never shown me that. Elijah said, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, King. Appreciate you too. You guys do not have to support. You guys do not have to speak positivity into me and my queens. You guys do not have to share this content. You don't have to tune in, but you do. And for that, I am very grateful. I would not have this platform. I would not be who I am. I could be who I am, but I wouldn't be recognized. I wouldn't have the things that I have if it weren't for you. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys giving me an outlet to be able to pour into. I know that I have a purpose and a mission. And without you, I could not fulfill that purpose or mission. because my purpose and mission is to free you, is to build you up, is to provide with you insight so that you can see how to create and fortify your own life and your own existence, so you're no longer needy with your handout, want somebody to do something for you, but you are instead capable of manifesting your own desires. Do why? May you do why? May you manifest your heart's desire. The God in me believes in the God in you, recognizes the God in you. And I want you to have what your heart desires. And the only way you can have that is if you put forth the work. And I want to see you do that. Because I know you seeing your desires through looks like work. That looks like you being consistent. That looks like daily you getting up and choosing to manifest your desire regardless of how you feel. And I know that'll make you better. That'll make you sharper. That'll make you better for your children. You'll have a great inheritance to pass on to your children because you worked your ass off at being this person that you're working to be. I want that for you. I will not be jealous of you, family. I will be inspired by you. You can't make me jealous, family. I'm only going to be happy for you. I'm telling you right now. Show who you are. Show the world what's inside of you. You're not who you see in the mirror. Let's stop taking credit for something we didn't do. This is your ancestors right here. Now what you talking about? We get it, you pretty. We get it, you cute. Now what you talking about? What you doing? What you about? What's in here? Because that's what you got. That's who you truly are, family. That is who you truly are. I showed you guys the other day how to make this camera go back, and I forgot that quick. I'm going to try to find that again. I know I got the book in front of me somewhere. Was it? It was two fingers. Was it two fingers together? What was it? It was this, right? Where's that little booklet? Oh, man, I forgot how to do this thing. Anyway, family. Three fingers. Now y'all lying now. Two fingers. Y'all are stupid. Now I hate I did it. I hate I actually threw three fingers up. Oh man, yo, how to do this, man? I said it last time. Whoever right, I send you a shirt. All right, family. I was finished up anyway. I was definitely finished up anyway. But moral of the story is, family, the God in me recognizes the God in you, and I want to see you manifest your reality. I want to see you become great so those that are around you can benefit from your greatness. You could save your entire family if you would just focus on your craft. It's in here, family. And the moment that you realize that you shut the world off, don't worry about them. Go into your private place and work on you. That's when you will see the things that you desire getting closer to you. I promise you, because it won't happen for somebody else who's not that great person. That life you want is for you at your greatest. It's for you and your greatness. Okay? The things that we do appreciate your time. Thank you. And I appreciate y'all's. I really do. You guys just have this thing where y'all stick with me for hours. We'll just talk for hours. And you guys will stay encouraging the whole time, thanking me for the teaching. We'll be building and growing together. Thank you guys so much. I could definitely be better about checking that chat, but whenever I am being that messenger, I feel energy surging through me, and it's up to me to translate that energy I'm feeling into words. And so I have to stay focused on that. I'm a messenger. You understand? So I speak for the ancestors. Often when I'm speaking, most of the time I'm speaking, and it's not something that I've already thought about. It's not something that I've written down. It literally flows through me. I need to stay like in a free place to be able to do that. The moment I start trying to read and respond, it takes me out of my zone, so to speak. So when I tell y'all I'm a messenger, I ain't making it up. Okay. Half the stuff that comes out of me, I just heard just now in my spirit, and I'm saying it to you. And I'm also empowered by it. I'm enlightened by it. And I plan to do the same thing as soon as I get off the live, just like y'all do. I answer some of my own questions whenever I'm doing this. And that's how I know this is my purpose, because I get rewarded every time I come here. So it's not just you who's eating. We are all at the table, family. So don't think Kevin knows it all or Kevin thinks he knows it all. That ain't Kevin at that moment. That is me in the moment where I'm translating to you the energy that I'm feeling. You see what I'm saying? That's surging through me. The words that I'm articulating are man-made words, but what I'm saying to you is truth, and that's coming from a place of being tapped in. I hope you guys can understand that. And a real messenger has to take the time to focus and allow that energy to go through them, family. You understand? So if I were to try and think about every word that I was saying, I wouldn't be able to do this the same way. So it actually happens when I'm being free, so Astro says, I feel it. And I know you guys do. And that's how you know it's true. Most of you guys, like, I can feel what you're saying inside of me as if they're my own words. And that's because what I am saying is your own words. You can't put it no better than that. You understand? You know it's true, even if you haven't learned it, even if you just heard it, because you know this stuff. You just forgot it. This world has like deceived us and brainwashed us, but we know truth when we hear it, man. You know truth when you hear it. And you cannot deny it. So you cannot separate yourself from God. It's impossible. You understand? So this is why you got to understand God and you must become one. You have, if you deny yourself, you will never have the heaven. See, it's you who stands at the gate of heaven. And when you say, I am not God, this is why you cannot enter into heaven, because you have denied yourself as being God. We believe that God can be any and everyone except for us. The moment that I suggest that God could be you, you get mad at me. But don't you believe that God is capable of anything? Well, I would know I was God. Could God be you and not know it? You say God can be anything and God can do anything. Could God be you and not be aware of that? Could God have said, I am not going to be aware of it, but I'm going to go be this human. I'm going to play this part. I'm going to be every human. I'm going to be God, but I'm also going to be every human too. But a lot of us cannot accept that. And that's why I say, when you really look at the riddles and you look at how it's written, you have the propensity in you to be that which is God, rising to the pinnacle and then controlling your life and creating it however you want to manifest it. I'll say this before I get off. My brother called me the other day and he was telling me that he did an example of what walking on water is like. And I told him, I said, let me share with you what my example of what walking on water is like. He said, I'd love to hear it. What's your example? I said, many people right now are suffering with just life, things in life, whether it be money, whether it be family, whether it be a loss, a loved one lost, whatever the case may be, we are struggling. And it's almost like water. Many of us are drowning in our situations, drowning in our depression, drowning in our lack. And we can't keep our heads above water, we say. Well, walking on water is, you're not exempt from these things. Yeah, chaos happens in your life too. You struggle too. You get sick too. You almost lose your life as well. But you make it look good. See, you're walking on the water, because when you should have died, you not only survived, you look even better. See, yeah, you were broke too. You struggled financially too. But man, you turned that thing around. And those bills and all those things that affect other people and take them out, you handling it all. Yeah, life is trying you too. Life is challenging you too. But you make it look like it's just easy. And that's what walking on water is like to a great person. Yeah, we go through it too, but we don't spend our time complaining. We spend our time walking on the water. You understand? The water is there to make you stronger. The challenges are there to make you better. No need in complaining about them. Yeah, the day is rough. So what? Every day is rough. We say that row your boat gently down the stream of life. Or you can walk on water, family. The things that's taking everybody else out will not take you out. The things that's causing everybody else to suffer and struggle, have them homeless and don't know which way is left or right, it will not bother you. You will be just skating on the water, surfing on it, walking on it. Why? Because you put in the work. You studied the water. So you understand how the water works. You didn't just try to avoid the struggle. You understood the struggle. So you didn't just go to work every day and just keep trying to pay these bills. You said, wait a second. How do I get out of my situation? Right? How do I create a business? If I don't change my ways, I'm going to stay in this hamster's cage. I can't keep spinning the wheel. I got to figure out how to create a life that works for me. If I'm in their cage just running on their wheel, I get it. I get to get the pellets. I get the food, but I'm only making their life better ultimately because I live inside of a cage. So you can't keep thinking like a hamster. Yeah, you're pretty good on that wheel. Whatever it is you do in your career working for somebody else, yeah, you're pretty good at it. You understand? You're pretty good on that wheel. But if it's not truly benefiting your life, so you got real good at accounting, well, you can't pass that job on to your children. You got real good at that. So you got to the hamster has to stop thinking inside the cage. The hamster has to say, yo, what's for me is out there. I know they give me pellets, but if I were to go find my milk and honey, my land of milk and honey, it's unlimited food. And that's worth the journey, man. The hamster has to say to himself, yo, if I can break free of this cage, there's unlimited food. I'll just have to get it for myself. Yeah, I know they bring it and they put it right there. But if I go free, I can't expect that. I got to go get it myself. Right now, you guys look at this machine world and y'all say, yo, I don't like the machine world. They create diseases. They mess with the weather, right? They controlling us, right? They enslaving us. You say that you don't like the machine world, but it gives you food and it makes your life comfortable. See, if you thought about, I have to start my own fire, I have to live out here in off the grid, I have to go get it myself. All of a sudden, it's like, wait, can I even do that? Do I even have what it takes to go be free? Am I a hamster? Is that all I got? Yeah, I'm speaking in code because many won't get this. But if I say it straight out, Rainy, I'd lose my platform. So it take a great mind for you to recognize what it is that I'm saying. If you're truly wanting to be free, you got to be willing to get it on your own and not be dependent on some other source outside of you. The only way to be free, look at there it is to control the money that comes into your life, is to control the food that comes into your life. And that, my friends, means you got to have a way of getting to that bread. And I'm telling you right now, the only way to do that is to create inside of yourself a skill that people cannot live without. You become great and people will stand in lines waiting to hand over their hard-earned money because you became great at something and they will all stand in need of your services. I live my life healing people. See, I wanted to heal people. I also know I needed to make money. So in order for me to be a master manifester, I had to combine the two and accept that I am the God of my own creation. And I can heal people for money. So in doing what I was created to do, I can manifest the reality that I dream about. They are happy with the healing that I provide, with the information that I provide, and they freely pay me for my time. Therefore, I live a much better life because I started working for me and not other people. See, I had this gift the whole time, but I wasn't using it to make money. I was doing it for free. As soon as I said, yo, I'm doing consultations, my phone's lit up. So many people want to pay me to talk to them. I don't even have the time. They want to pay me for my counseling. They want to pay me now. Counseling, rainy counseling sessions, I can do those, an hour-long talk sessions. But my mentorship program is completely booked. I said I'm going to have 12 mentees, like 12 disciples. All I have time for is 12. I'm going to give them my time, my energy, and I can't take another one. People have offered me more than what I charge. I charge $1,500 for one mentor for a 3-month period. People have offered me more than what I've charged, double or triple, and I can't even take it. It's so many people in line waiting to give me something, family. And it's because I was honest with my gift. I didn't lie to the world. I wasn't shameful about presenting it. What you guys get here is very surface. You ask anybody who ever had a session with me, ask them if it changed their life. 1 hour talk with me, was I able to change their life? They were able to talk to me about exactly what they were experiencing. And within 1 hour time, I had changed their life. Crying, they're in tears. The moment for them is surreal. They have never spoken to somebody else in that way or had an hour of their life be that more powerful and impactful than the time that they spoke to me. And you cannot make this shit up. You cannot make it up. If I had not done the time sharpening myself to become who I am today, I wouldn't be who I am today. You cannot fake me. You cannot fake this, family. Yeah, you can dress up. You can put on the clothes. You can look just like me. But you can't fake me, man. I am the real deal. You're going to see many people portray it. People look at me and compare me to so many others. I'm telling you right now. It's disrespectful to the universe. It's disrespectful to the universe. Capital third, letter C. I like that. Let's know you know multiples of 3. See, I see straight through that. I love that. And you're absolutely right. But 1,500 is because I see through multiples of 3. So you see that 115, that 15, that makes 6, right? And I do it for 3 months, right? And I'm taking 12 mentees. And I do that consistently. It's not about the money. It's about the numbers. See, life is the matrix. You got to be able to understand the numbers and work those numbers, family. You can't make it about money. It has to be about the mission. If I make it more than 15, I price myself out of helping people. So it can't be about the money. It's about the mission. Those 12 clients challenge me. They grow me. One of my favorite clients is Eugene. Amazing guy. Every time we rap, it's a build. We are both better for it. Every single time, family. He's one of my mentees who he don't need the weekly calls like he used to. He's now manifesting his own life and writing books and coming up with his own university via the thought talks that we have had. But every time me and this brother talk, we're catching up on all the things he's been doing in his reality. And I'm like, oh my goodness, brother. Martha says, you are a man just like any other. And by that fact, you all should be excited knowing that you can manifest yourself just like me. Who am I that I can do it and you cannot? I am a man just like you. I don't have more access to manifesting myself than you do. You can be great, but don't you ever think a man is a small feat. So it's not you're a man like any other. No, you are a man. You are a being. You are a manifester just like everybody else. That should not be said in a way that it should be to take from you. That should be a way to give courage to others, family. So when you read that, family, you be encouraged, family. Martha just encouraged every one of you. See, life is based on your perspective. If you see it to tear you down, then that's what it will do. You have to see this and say, look, you're a man just like any other. You're absolutely right. And by that fault, you should say, goodness gracious, look at what that man made of himself. Because he could be out here doing what all these other men are doing, and he is not. He's focused on his family. He's focused on his tribe, his inheritance. He is trying to create something powerful. Where other men are just focused on the bar this weekend, the next woman they're going to sleep with, bragging about how much tail they got, how to pick up a woman. Other men are just trying to see where they can put it. Other men are not out here raising their children, but that man is. That man's sole purpose in life is to wake up and be the greatest father that he can be. And he's a man just like everybody else. Why is he doing that? And most other men ain't doing that. Most other women are not doing that. Why is he focused on his family, trying to make it more powerful? Why is he trying to create a kingdom? Why is he trying to put standards out there and raise the world to a different standard? If every man was doing what that man is doing, oh my goodness. See, he's just a man. He's just a man, yo. Just like everybody else. So everybody else, do what I'm doing and prove her right. She said I'm a man like everybody else, right? Then everybody go and do exactly. Because why is it that I intrigue people? Why is it that I captivate people? Why is it that my words transform people's life and the way they see the world? Does every man do that? Is every man capable of such? So we all have unique skill sets and nobody can be you either, even if they try. See, when I tell you to work and become you, I'm talking work to become you, not nobody else. See, there is no other man like me. And I am like no other man. So I can never be another man either. But they can't be me either because my gifts come without repentance. No one, I don't have to share my gift with anybody in that way. If they spend their life becoming great, they will be them. They won't be me, family. They won't be me. No one is you. And this is what you got to understand. Stop telling yourself you just like everybody else. You special, snowflake. Ain't nobody like you, snowflake. Only you look like you, snowflake. It ain't nobody else that looks like you, snowflake. And in a moment, you will melt. So before you do, show the world how beautiful you are, snowflake. Because it's not too long after you hit the ground that you begin to melt and disintegrate. And it won't be much more of you left to witness. You will be completely gone. Here today, gone tomorrow, because you are a miracle. I can feel that in my soul. Just like that snowflake, family, it is unique to itself, but it only has but a moment. Yo, if you don't take advantage of your moment, you're going to melt away and nobody's going to ever know you were here. Here today, gone tomorrow, for you are the glory of God manifested in this time to be seen by those that in this time. And if you fail to do that, you will be blotted out of existence and nobody will have known who you are. You just went to the grocery store with your life. You just walked your dog in your life. You didn't make an impact on the world. You didn't come here and do what you're designed to do, which is have purpose and raise the vibration of the world. You came here and enjoyed it. You got entertained until you died. Yeah, you watched a lot of TV shows. You watch a lot of TV shows. When you die, all those shows die with you. You can't think that's what life is about. Those people you see on those shows, they manifest and they actors, they get money, they live in their life, they challenging their greatness. You're just the observer. Don't die like that, snowflake. Say, I am unique and there is none other like me. And if I don't reveal that to the world, then they would have never got to see my beauty. You can't focus on every snowflake at the same time before you hit the ground and melt. So you better focus on you. You better know you different. Don't get lost in all these other beautiful snowflakes, yo. You unique too. You beautiful too in your own way. But you got to believe that. That's right, Tim. You make your own fingerprint. It is none like any person else's. None like anybody else's, family. You make your own fingerprint. Just like that snowflake. This is how you know you are completely 100% unique to you. There's nobody else but you. Be grateful that you get to witness your dreams and not somebody else's. That when you close your eyes, it's your dreams in your head, not somebody else's. That when you hear in your thoughts. Thank goodness you have access to you. Thank goodness you have your mind. What if somebody snatched this shit from you right now? You didn't even know who you were. Wouldn't that be the absolute worst thing they could do to you? Take from you your knowledge and everything that you believe about is you. Imagine you couldn't access your mind. You better be thankful that you got access to God, access to you, your memories, your dreams, your goals, your thoughts. You better be grateful that you have access to your intent and your knowledge of who you are, because somebody else could come up with who you are for you and tell you who you are, family, and then have you believe in that shit and have you becoming that shit. But who you are ain't it's not who they saying. It's who you have yet to reveal. They can't tell you who you are. You can show them who you are, though. And you better be grateful for that. Yo, you're not like nobody else. Stop denying you. Yo, stop denying y'all. You're making me mad. You're breaking my heart. Because I get to walk around with all this confidence, knowing that I am none like any other. And yet you walk around feeling like you're one of the many. That makes me angry inside. It makes me painful inside. I wish you could feel what I feel. I wish you knew what I knew. But you refuse to believe me, and you're going to die on that hill. Ooh, it breaks my heart. You think that you think it's somebody else that's like you? Man, that's man, oh man. Man, you better get up off your hind end and go be who you are, yo. Or nobody else will get to see you, and neither will you. And that's the thing about it. Not even you will get to see you, yo. If you don't reveal it, not even you see it. So you're gonna have every reason to doubt. You're gonna have every right to not believe in yourself. And that's why it's like it don't matter what I say. You're gonna believe what you show yourself daily. So who the fuck am I, right? I can think you're great, but if you don't think it, then you're gonna be as you think, and as a man thinketh, so is he. You trying hard, you gotta do it, King. Every day ain't gonna be perfect. You gotta keep going Friday night. If you draw a picture and it ain't that good, so what? Keep drawing. It gets better. You get better. You get better. Somebody say you get better. Somebody say I get better. Type it in. I get better. That's the thing about it. Is what I look like today, I won't look like tomorrow. My 1,000th punch won't look like my first one. But I gotta keep the consistency to keep throwing them. It don't matter what they say, yo. You get better. That's the kick. That's the trick to it. If you believe what you see, man, you're going to fail. You are so elusive, God. In order to truly see you, you got to keep on working. You are elusive. It is hard to pin you down, God. Think about every time you start talking about God. You start talking about God. 1 minute you feel closer to God. Next minute you don't feel so close to God. You are God, family. It's you. I could talk till I'm blue in the face. Family, ye are gods. You'll have the reality that you want when you do it. Thou shalt not want. Don't want it, do it. Become the reality that you want. The more you work it, the more your reality will begin to change in front of you, family. It reflects you. So do it. Get the fear out. Or matter of fact, forget getting the fear out. Because you will sit there all day and trying to not be scared no more. Trying to get the fear out. No, do it anyway. Regardless of the fear, do it anyway, and the fear will subside. Eventually, you'll realize you have nothing to fear. And that even comes by doing it. Fear is false expectation appearing real, so you got to put it to the test to see which one is greater. You are your beliefs. You are these ideas that have stagnated you, that thing that you call fear. Which one is greater? You are that thing, that emotion. Which one is greater? Because what I want to tell you is like, you have no idea The very people that y'all praise you could be. They could be recognizing you. Stop thinking that you don't have it, family. Be evolution, okay? Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. Your flame will still be ignited, and yet theirs will be too. So you didn't lose anything by passing information on, by passing inspiration on. It should be contagious. It should be contagious, family. If you were to only find yourself in the middle of chaos, if you were to find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you find yourself. Sometimes it takes the world crumbling around you for you to understand that you are the most stable thing that you had all along. And it was never the world around you keeping you together, but it was you keeping that world around you together. It is in chaos that you get to witness what you made of. You find yourself lost in chaos. It is that moment that you find yourself. And you will never have the courage. You will never leave the ocean. You will never cross the ocean until you have the courage to leave the shore. So you got to be willing to put down your old self. Die daily. Die daily. Leave that person who you do not want running your life in the ground. Do not resurrect them. Lay them to rest, and you get up today and become a different person. You have no idea what you're capable of. Choose this day who you will serve, negative or positive. Order your steps before the Lord. Create a plan and order your steps. Choose the steps that you are making. Stop closing your eyes, just feeling your way throughout life. That is not how you manifest your desires. Order your steps before the Lord. Before the Lord. Order your steps before the Lord, because you are the Lord that's going to take the steps that you have ordered. What is my plan for life? Now let me follow that plan. I'm ordering my steps before the Lord, right? He who carries the gospel is blessed. Blessed are the feet, are the ones who carry the gospel, right? You will have blessed feet because you carry the truth. The truth is who you are. That's the gospel. And that's good news, right? So give everybody the good news that you have found yourself, that you're no longer dependent upon anybody else to manifest your dreams, that you know they all come through you, through your hard work, through your effort, through your consistency and your discipline. You are a mighty one. That is absolutely right, Lynn. You are a mighty one. My, how the mighty have risen. Somebody type that in. My, how the mighty have risen. Type that in, family. My, how the mighty have risen. I want to see that a couple times so we can get off. My, how the mighty have risen. Be mighty, family. Be mighty. Nothing wrong with that. Indeed, Friday night. I appreciate that. How the mighty have risen. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen Lacey. How the mighty have risen. Missy Valdo Guilford. How the mighty have risen. Absolutely. And you are the mighty. Yeah. Thank you, Cleopatra Jones. Thank you, Mary Matthews. I love you all, family. Stay tuned for the next one, okay? Hopefully next time somebody calls in. Maybe you guys got a little nervous, but the next time, hopefully you guys call and we'll wrap. We'll have a great person-to-person, face-to-face build. And I look forward to it, okay? Again, be evolution. Oh, thank you so much, Queen Jamie. Got to recognize Queen Jamie right there. Thank you so much. So listen, family, be evolution, be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself. Thank you, Daria. Thank you, Mighty Mike. Thank you, Nadesha. Thank you, Kanisha Felder. Thank you, let's see, Nadesha Lee. Buff Mike. I'm going to actually say your guys' names. Daria Brooks. Thank you guys so much. All right. I will see you guys next time. And don't forget to comment. Let me know what times are best for you for when I start my weekly series where we build. Okay. Make Mo green. It's not a number to call. Make Mo. It's actually you want to go to Instagram and you can call me via Instagram so we can be on video chat. And I don't typically answer those, but what I was doing today was from 3 to 4. I was taking calls. So don't do it now. But the next time that we are live, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to do that. Okay. And my Instagram is Kevin Wesley B _rise. Okay. Let me see if I can show it to you. The camera ain't gonna pick it up, is it? Nope. Where's Kevin Wesley B? Kevin Wesley BE _rise. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Okay. Am I on fan base? I am not. B Kingsley says the mighty has risen. Good. Cleopatra Jones. No can't lose this flame from lighting up. Right. Next time, look at us. I will do my best. Okay. We come on here. We have a good build, a good Q&A where I really focus on these comments. Okay. But ye are gods. Know that. Claim your crown and be the God that you are and manifest the reality that you desire. All right. In the end, it is only you that can save you. Nobody's coming. Nobody is coming. That's the bad news. The good news is you are the answer to your prayers. Love you all. Peace, family.